I have the Shure Motif Mix app open here, and what this app does is it allows you to mix various sources and record audio for a podcast, for example. I have my Shure MV6 selected here, and here you can adjust the volume level. I'm going to click on this gear to change the device settings. And right now I have it to auto level and the tone is set to natural. There's a real-time denoiser happening here which removes unwanted background noise. There's also a popper stopper enabled here. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Turn that off. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Turn it back on. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. There's also a high-pass filter here which we can switch on to 75 Hertz. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 150 Hertz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's look at tone. Currently we're at natural, but we can also change this down to dark. Let's turn it to 100% dark. This is 100% dark. Let's turn it up to about 50% dark, and then let's turn it back up to natural. Now let's turn up the brightness all the way to 100% brightness. This is 100% brightness, and now let's go to 50% brightness, and then let's go back to natural tone. You can also adjust the monitor mix, so if you wanted to hear the mic and the playback level through the headphone output on the back of the mic, this is where you could adjust that. And then also we can adjust the gain. Right now it's set to auto level, and you probably heard the HVAC fan kick in. So let's come back to the real-time denoiser. Listen to the background noise. Now I'm going to turn the real-time denoiser on. All right, the real-time denoiser is on, and listen for any audible background noise when I talk, but when I stop talking, the noise should disappear. So again, this is with the real-time denoiser on. Now this is with real-time denoiser off. I just turned it back on. And then I'm going to turn it off again. So hopefully you could hear the difference there. I'm going to turn it back on since we do have that HVAC going on in the background. Let's go to the auto level gain setting, and you can see how we can adjust the gain here. Right now it's set to manual control, 18 dB of gain. If I turn it down, you'll hear it get quieter and quieter. This is 0 dB gain, probably pretty quiet. This is back up to 18 dB gain, and you can keep adjusting it. You want to make sure you get a good level, but you don't want it to distort either. So this is maximum gain at 36 dB. It's probably a little bit loud. Let's turn it down to about 24 dB of gain. This is probably a good level here, and especially if you're going to be talking further away from the microphone, you may want to adjust this. But if you just don't want to think about it, you could probably turn on this auto level here. It sounds best when you are between 2 inches and 2 feet away from the mic. So let's turn the auto level back on. All right, now we have the auto level back on, and it should automatically adjust the volume level to make sure it's a good level, not distorting and not too quiet. So those are all the settings that you have for the microphone here. If you ever get yourself into a place where you don't like everything and you want to get back to what it was before, you can always click on Reset to Defaults. So we can click the X to close out of that, and that's how you adjust the microphone settings on the Shure MV6. This software also has a sound check capability here, so let's just take a quick look at that. If I click on the sound check button, you can see the audio meter here. You can also see that we have the auto level mode on here. And what we can do is we can start a recording, like a 10-second recording, just to test the audio, and it will play it back for us. So let's click Start Recording, getting a countdown. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we can play it back. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that did play through my computer speaker as well, so we might have heard that twice, but it sounded pretty good there. So we can go ahead and close this. And this is something that you can do before you do any important recording. You want to make sure you have a good sound check, and you can do that using that tool right there. So that is the Shure MV6 Dynamic streaming microphone. It's got a USB connector. There's no XLR connector because it's designed for streaming, and you can plug it directly into your computer or into your mobile smartphone or tablet. You don't have to worry about a separate audio interface. The Shure MV6 Dynamic microphone. It comes with the stand as well as the microphone and the foam windscreen, which you can see can be removed like that, and it has this protective cage around the dynamic capsule inside. This foam is relatively thin, as you can see. It's not very thick. It's a little bit thicker at the end here, but it helps to block plosives, the puffs of air that might hit the capsule to cause pops. There's a mute button here at the top. It's not a clicky button, it's a capacitive touch button so that when you touch it, it doesn't actually create an audible click in the microphone sound. On the back, you can see a USB-C connector here, and this interfaces with a computer. You could also plug it into an iPhone or an iPad, and then there's a 3.5mm stereo headphone jack on the back. Now this is made of a metal material here. Feels pretty sturdy there. This part that mounts to the stand is plastic. And then this stand is made of metal. So this post is metal and this base is also metal. And you can see it's got this green plastic ring on the bottom, which helps prevent it from scratching your tabletop surface, but it also helps it glide a little bit like that. So you can remove it, however, from the stand. So you could just unscrew it like this. The stand is included with the kit, and there's a 3/8 inch thread over there, and then there's a 3/8 to 5/8 inch adapter in here, which I'm not going to remove at the moment, but all of this is included with the kit. So it comes with everything that you need to get up and running, including the cable. Now the other end of the cable is USB-C, so if you need an adapter, you might need to get a different cable. I've plugged in this microphone directly into the camera, so you are hearing the sound of the microphone, and because I wasn't talking into it, it probably didn't sound that great, but let me just show you the top of this. You can see that the mute button lights up green when it's unmuted. If I tap it, you'll notice that it turned kind of an orange amber color when it's muted. So right now I'm just going to talk about 3 to 4 inches away from the end of the capsule, and you can hear how it sounds. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. So I'm speaking directly into the microphone at the end here at about 3 to 4 inches away. If I move further away from the microphone, now I'm about 9 inches away from the end of the microphone. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells by the seashore. So you can hear the difference that it makes and how it sounds, whether I'm close or far away. Overall, this is a pretty sturdy microphone. I like the fact that it has this built-in mute button here. I just muted myself there so you could hear what it sounds like when it's muted and unmuted. There's no audible click when that happens. So overall, this is pretty nice. It could potentially also be used as a travel microphone if you needed to travel and you just needed a good microphone to be able to record voiceovers or to stream while you're gaming. This packs up pretty nicely.
All right, here's a quick video with the Shure MV6
gaming dynamic microphone. I originally had a pretty long video, bunch of different tests. I really tried to completely eliminate mouse clicking or keyboard clacking, and I couldn't couldn't get it to go away. Let's see. So I have no filters active right now on mic 1, and in the mode of mix application that you can download for your computer, I have it set to auto gain. It's at 25 dB. Monitor mixes 100%, playback 100, natural tone, and real-time denoiser is on. Popper stopper's on, high pass filter is off. And the mute switch, you can, and then you untap it and it's not muted. But you can lock it, so even if you tap it or if you move your microphone somewhere, it's still locked and will not be muted. Just remember that you do that. So if you walk away, it's not still broadcasting your sound. Okay, so let's see. I have it on auto gain, so as I move it away, it should still pick up my voice just fine. No issues there. Now I can move it even further and it should still pick up my voice. I did some other tests and it did a pretty good job, and even if I move it back, it might get super loud for a second, but it should figure itself out very quickly. And plosives with any P's or air hitting it is pretty good. I have the popper stopper on, but I noticed even with it off, it does fine with this this wind cover. The inside, just like the outside, has green accents, but this is metal. It doesn't work perfectly with green screens, especially the buttons. Like you can see it, like, so if you're using a green screen behind you, that's what's going to happen. Okay, and all right, let's see, let's use some mouse clicking. You can see it jump up pretty good. So it's definitely getting picked up. And then I have it pretty close to my mouth too. So, but it's picking up that mouse. Let's go over to a window. Oh yeah, the real-time denoise. I'll try, let's do that first, since there's a car outside. This is what it sounds like with the real-time denoiser off. And on. All right, I think it does a pretty good job at removing background noise. I took it outside to just play around with it with lawnmowers and stuff, and it did a good job. I might put in a video here. All right, auto level is now on. It's still set to 35 dB, but not manual. It is auto level, and no noise reduction. All right, I just activated noise reduction, still at 35 dB with auto leveling on. A lot better. Perfectly loud enough, and cut out a lot of the background noise. You can adjust the gain too to reduce even more background noise and maybe boost it later or whatever. You can still hear birds, but that lawnmower in the background is reduced significantly. Okay, and then back, and should be pretty awesome. Background noise, but it doesn't do anything to mouse clicking. And let's look at keyboard. Let's see. This is a typing test. Yeah, it still picks up keyboard noise pretty good.
Let's try turning off auto level. So it's not going to try and boost anything. It's at plus 25. Pretty good. But let's turn it down maybe and see how it handles mouse clicking now. Oh yeah, definitely reduced it. If you can keep it close enough to your mouth, then you can still have a good sound, but less mouse clicking. Let's try keyboard typing. This is a typing test through the keyboard. And yeah, it's up to you if you want it to if you need a microphone that completely eliminates mouse clicking or keyboard sounds, this is probably not it. But if you just need a good quick USB microphone, mine came with a Type-C to Type-C cable, but it is very short. Let's see, do I have it? I do. Oh yeah, it's pretty short. I'll fit it all on the screen. It's like 4 feet long, maybe. Yeah, it's about 4 feet long, and it's too short. I'm using a separate cable right now that's a lot longer. And yeah, let's see. Let's try out tones. Here's dark tone. Here's bright tone. And here's natural tone. Yeah, does okay, cool. That's about it. I had fun using it. I used the Shure Motive app. I got some wireless microphones, and so I started using the app more. And I was able to use it with this microphone. Just plugged it into my Pixel 8 Pro, and works fine. You can control all the same settings, and yeah, pretty good. Works as a good microphone kind of outside. It's just a really good clear USB microphone. The only problem is it picks up tons of vibration noise. There's no shock mount for it, like this, to stop all the vibrations from getting to the housing of the microphone. And this stand, solid metal, does not help. And I don't think there's much like vibration dampening inside of this microphone either. So it just does not handle vibrations very well at all. Let's see, what else? Anything else? Mute button's fast. The headphone monitoring is pretty good. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Okay.
If you're looking for a microphone that checks all the boxes, let me tell you about the Shure MV6. As someone who travels way too much, I really appreciate how compact and lightweight this thing is. Okay, so one of my favorite things is that it doesn't pick up background noise. This is an absolute total lifesaver when I'm recording in busy cafes or hotel rooms. That way I can focus on getting that clear, professional sound without worrying about all the distractions around me. Plus, it plugs directly into my laptop or phone, which makes setup super easy. So whether I'm creating content on the road or attending a virtual meeting, the Shure MV6 has become my go-to mic.
Okay, so this is my Shure microphone that I use. This is removable. And there's some screws if you want to take that out, but I don't. And then I have it connected to a extender. And then it has the on and off button, the mute and unmute button. And then at the bottom, it's just the connecting, how you want to connect it. And this is the MV6. And then that's it. I love it. It's really high quality and it's sleek and goes well with the design.
This is me recording without the Shure microphone. This is being recorded straight out on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is now being recorded with the MV6 USB gaming microphone by Shure. This is a few inches apart from my mouth, and this is up close.